And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We apologize. We know it's 8:11, but our internet popped and came back on, so we're back streaming live. Where I was at, and let me start so we can post this later if our audience hasn't come back yet. What I think is, I asked earlier if ABC, NBC, MSNBC, I watch all the morning shows, if they're not an enemy of the state, and that's what I'm thinking, okay? I want to get to that in just a minute because there's only one person this weekend on all the morning shows that actually cannot believe what they're hearing, and that is this lady, Wall Street Journal writer, I think her name's Kimberley Strassel. I don't think it's Strassel, I think it is. Yes. And I think she is the only one that it catches her off guard. Now, anyhow, MSNBC this morning has done the 1 hour of Brzezinski Save the World. And we'll get to that. You don't put the pictures up yet. Brzezinski Save the World, okay? That is Mika Brzezinski's dad, and supposedly for an hour it was worth the time. Joe and Mika are wearing black, but they're missing the scandal, and I want to know how come they're talking about the absolutely disastrous foreign trip that Trump just came off of, President Donald Trump just came off of, and I want to know if they're missing the real scandal, because I'm for sure CNN will come up with this soon, or MSNBC. But why is nobody talking about this? This is having a little fun this Tuesday morning. First, there was the scandal that President Donald Trump got 2 scoops of ice cream when everybody else got 1. I remember how important this was to CNN, that Donald Trump got 2 scoops of ice cream and everybody else got 1 scoop of ice cream. That was a big deal. That was a big deal. So, do we have that yet, Sam?
I'm looking for it right now. I don't see it yet.
Okay. But you just put it up when you do. Then the second thing was you remember, is he the president or the prime minister? Prime Minister of Montenegro, okay? Now, Montenegro is a country that has just been, it's the newest member of NATO. Okay, newest member of NATO, the president of Montenegro. Okay, so Trump pushed him aside. You know, Trump pushes him aside and says, hey, you're the new guy here. Just give me a thumbs up when you have those. You're the new guy here, okay? What are you doing getting in front of me, all right? So the one that nobody is talking about is the president from Croatia, all right? Now, huh?
I don't see any pictures on your scoops of ice cream.
Let's say CNN, Donald Trump, 2 scoops or ice cream or nothing.
I don't see anything that says CNN at all.
Or does it say 2 scoops of ice cream, just 2 scoops of ice cream?
All right, there's your 2 scoops.
Okay, this is the first one here. Okay, this is the first one. President gets 2 scoops of ice cream while everybody else gets 1. Now, the reason I was waiting on that's CNN's big headline here. Remember that about 2 weeks ago? President gets 2 scoops of ice cream, everybody else gets 1. Then we have the president or prime minister of Montenegro. Donald Trump pushes him aside. The media is all abuzz because Donald Trump pushed this guy aside so he can get his picture, right? This is the prime minister of Montenegro. Donald Trump says, hey, you're the new guy here. You just got in a month ago. I'm an American, all right? I get in the front. I get the photo op. Get in the back, right? Okay, get in the back. So, but the media is missing these pictures here, and let's just go through all the president of Croatia. Now, Europe may hate the Donald, but you're not going to convince me this lady hates the Donald, the president of Croatia. I think I have 4 of them there.
Give me a second.
There you go. This is the president of Croatia. All right. And go to the next one.
Hold on,
Okay. Now, everywhere Donald goes this whole day, oh, and Donald's amusing the crowd, but she is taken by it, okay? Oh, she's taken by it, all right? You may not like him in Europe, but this, Croatia, that's right. Yeah, I want to go through all of the ones with her. Oh, see the Donald? She is just checking Donald out. Mr. President, go to the last one. Look at that. The Donald American. Just saying, just saying. I mean, that should be lead story. I mean, in CNN world and MSNBC world, why are you not running with this first? President of Croatia. Because what? You don't want to say that somebody actually liked Donald over in Europe? Okay? It's Angela Merkel. That's all we keep hearing. Now, the back channel, back channel, back channel. That's what you're going to hear all day is the back channel. And on MSNBC, there's only one. She will not get invited again. We're going to do this before we come up on our break. But she will not get invited again. I promise you to MSNBC for quite some time. We'll see. I'll be shocked. But that is Kimberley Strassel. You have her picture? That is Kimberley Strassel. Now, this lady here goes after, I watched 4 shows. 4 shows, and I'm waiting for it. Chris Wallace, Chuck Todd, I'm waiting for somebody to say it, Martha Radis, John Dickerson. Nobody says a word. Back channels, back channels. This lady, President Obama, had a back channel as a candidate to a foreign country. So all you're going to hear is Jared Kushner. Now, do you have the one that came out of Politico first? Can you figure out which one that is? There was an article from Politico. Do you know?
I don't know what you're asking me for.
There's 2 videos. Yeah, there's 2 videos. One came out of Politico. Do you have that one? I don't think it's Newsbusters. It's the other one. Okay. Play this one first. I want you to hear something. We're going to stop it, and I'm going to have Sam rewind it once or twice because I want you to hear something, okay, in this video. Go ahead and play this, Sam, when you got it up. And let me hear it.
Hold on. Their website is not communicating well with VMix. It's like frozen.
Did it freeze up?
VMix is not frozen, but their website is.
Theirs is? Okay, I wanted that video to show people something, but that's...
Let me see if I can reload it. Give me a minute.
See if you can reload that, because there's a reason. There's an edit in there, and this came out of Politico magazine. On Politico, she's the only one that stood up. And let me just...
All right, here you go.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go with it.
I think we are having a discussion that is absolutely divorced from reality this week. It is astonishing to me. Let me set the scene for you. It's 2008. We were having an election, and candidate Obama, he's not even president-elect, sends William Miller. 2008. We were having an election, and candidate Obama, he's not even president-elect, sends William Miller over to a... Let me set the scene for you. It's 2008. We were having an election, and candidate Obama, he's not even president-elect, sends William Miller over to Iran to establish...
Now, this came from Real Clear Politics, okay? Now, she set some straight yesterday about the back channel. We're going to play the other one. But do you notice 3 times candidate, how Obama was edited and scratched out of this? This came off Real Clear Politics. This video has been edited, okay? 3 times Obama's name was taken out of it, okay? Taken out of it. And she says we're completely divorced from reality. Now we're going to go to the other video, and you're actually going to hear Obama's name in the video. And I want you to pay attention to this before we go to break, because we're going to work on this at 9 o'clock, because everybody else is the Kushner is the Kushner back channel, like something bad has happened here, okay, with sources again. So let's go to the second one. Listen to this video. We're going to play it for just a little bit. I might stop it and bring it back to me, Sam, to talk about it, but I want to hold my spot, all right?
I think we are having a discussion that is absolutely divorced from reality this week. It is astonishing to me. Let me set the scene for you. It's 2008. We were having an election, and candidate Obama he's not even president-elect, sends William Miller over to Iran to establish a back channel and let the Iranians know that should he win the election, they will have friendlier terms. Okay, so this is a private citizen going to foreign soil, obviously in order to evade U.S. intelligence monitoring and establishing a back channel with a sworn enemy of the United States who was actively disrupting our efforts from the military in the Middle East. So is that bad judgment? Is that a bad thing that happened? Back channels are completely normal. They happen all the time. Reagan did them. Obama did them. Everyone did. So I'm not quite sure why supposedly having, at least the president's now elected, setting up a back channel with the Russians is somehow out of bounds.
That the now elected Trump administration.
Now, totally divorced. Are we totally divorced from reality? I mean, this lady, Kim Strassel, steps up to the plate, the only one yesterday that says, are we totally divorced from reality? Obama created a back channel, candidate Obama created a back channel with a private citizen, okay, on foreign soil to a sworn enemy, Iran. Now, remember when candidate Obama, okay, you remember when it was a big deal, would we sit down with Iran? I mean, Iran? Candidate Obama, are we divorced from reality here? Or how separated are we from reality? She will not be welcomed back. Let's play a little further into that.
Didn't trust John Brennan, that somehow these straight arrow guys in our intelligence services were going to now work to actively undermine. Are they now seeing them as some sort of dissident that we're going to undermine? That has never happened in the history of the United States.
One of the most interesting pieces of news that actually came out this week was the FISA court revelation that they said that the Obama administration had been actively engaged in abusing Fourth Amendment protections by unmasking people's identities on a routine basis, which they did not acknowledge to the court, and which they said brought up major concerns. So maybe you wouldn't trust that team, in fact.
Who said that? Where does the source
The
of that
FISA
information? Do you know how difficult it is to get a FISA warrant against an American citizen, American person?
Yeah, but you're not talking about what I just mentioned.
Stop that. You're not talking about what I just mentioned. You don't want to talk about it. We're not talking about, hey, the FISA court. That is a big story that came out this week. The Fourth Amendment unmasking of American citizens by the Obama administration. This lady is the only one. I mean, if you could see Chuck Todd's face, I wonder if Kim Strassel will get invited back. I'm not for sure. The FISA court unmasking of American citizens, that story's out there. Are we totally disconnected? Are we divorced from reality? Private citizen on the foreign soil of a sworn enemy with a back channel to Iran while it was candidate in 08, we had candidate Obama. You know, folks, I'm telling you, it's the enemy of the state. Now, is ABC, NBC, CBS, are they the enemy of the state? Give me the picture of all of them together, Sam. Do you know the one I'm talking about, the fake news? It's all of them together, all their logos together. Do you have that one? Okay. I mean, I'm serious. Are these people freedom of press or the enemy of the state? I mean, here is this lady from the Wall Street Journal saying, Kim Strassel, are we totally divorced from reality? Has anybody figured out that reality is missing here? Okay, we're talking about back channels. And then, do you have My Enemy of State with Gene Hackman?
Yes.
I just have to put that up. You remember this movie, folks? It has nothing to do, but remember this movie with Gene Hackman and Will Smith, Enemy of the State? Yeah, remember that one? I don't know, folks. I don't know what we do, but I tell you what, we cannot tolerate, absolutely cannot tolerate. Kim Strassel, way to go. Thank you very much for having the nerve. I don't know if you will get invited back on MSNBC, NBC. I don't know if you'll get invited back to CNN, any of them, after what you did yesterday, having the nerve to say, excuse me, back channels, that's what we're talking? Unnamed sources? Really? I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a break. We apologize, internet's running slow, but seems to be powering through now. So we're going to take a break, and I'll be back right after these messages.